Howdy, howdy, hey. Como está? Tere, tervis. Bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite. Good day. Yeah, I'm trying to get more in there. Be all inclusive. Anyway, welcome to episode 60 of More Geek Than Gay. Or 60A of More Geek Than Gay. I don't know. I'm still working on the numbering system here now that we're doing 2 episodes a week, which seems to be working really well. You guys seem to like that. So, it's been a busy week. Busy week. It may not look like it when we get going, but trust me, behind the scenes, such a busy week with me having to do my graduation walk and looking into graduate school. Joseph preparing to go out of town and getting back from house sitting and us getting the kittens fixed or getting that all set up and work and Joshua Tree and everything. Trust me, it's been busy. So, let's just get right into this episode and get going. Okay? Cue music.
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Tiny white stuff.
Hello, welcome to More Geek Than Gay, the cheapest podcast on the interwebs.
Hi.
I'm
Welcome.
Joseph.
I'm Edward.
I'm back home.
He's home. Look at him. He looks so comfortable home.
Yes, the bed's not made, but
Bed's not made.
oh well.
But that's okay. We have this festive ledge that a Muppet could pop up over.
Or a cat.
Or a cat. And also, for those listening to the podcast, they don't know.
And don't care.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they can sense it somehow when the bed's made. Maybe the acoustics bounce differently.
Oh, last shoe, Junior.
That would be Junior.
If you heard
She
that.
sneezed. Oh yeah. It picks up all sorts of things. So I'm sure that was heard.
Alright, let's start off. While Edward's getting ready, because he didn't do that before he hit play.
Well, you normally start up your week, so I figured I had time. So
Yeah.
how was your week,
Well,
honey?
because I'm going to have to, because you're not ready. My week was okay. I got back, we recorded at Gini's on Saturday. I was house sitting at her place. They got back Monday evening, and I was home Monday night. We had darts on Tuesday. We won.
Yay.
And then we stayed stayed for karaoke, because a friend of ours, Nancy Nunez, was hosting, so we stayed for karaoke. I'll let Edward talk about that. Let's see. Then Joshua Tree today.
Yeah.
That was my weekend.
Well,
And every night since I've been back, I've been staying up past 11:30.
you also were at the magazine yesterday.
Yeah.
No news at the magazine?
No news.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because if there was news, I'd say something.
Okay, I didn't. Well, you didn't mention the magazine at all, so
Because there's no news.
I thought maybe you forgot.
No.
Okay. So now, what am I saying about Nancy and karaoke?
How was your first song?
Oh, well, she didn't have the song I was looking for. And so I went, hey, do you have Elton John? And she went, yeah. And she kept, because she doesn't have books. She has it all on the computer, and you just ask her if she has it. And
Or you go on her website.
Or you go on her website. Which, I'm sorry, that's just a pain in the ass to do on my phone. So, ask her. She didn't have the song I was looking for, and I'm like, going, oh, because I was kind of looking for Madman Across the Water, and then she's like going, hey, there's Levon. Do Levon for me, Edward. And I'm like going, okay, sure, I know the song Levon. And as it starts, I realize, oh crap, this is early Elton John, which so is Madman Across the Water, but this is early Elton John when he would sometimes live right in that range that I can only dip in and out of. I have to work my way out and then relax back out, or work my way into and relax my way out. I actually kind of hurt myself during that song. Leave on! It's like, it was just not, oh, it hurt so bad.
Yeah. Imagine our ears.
Hey, sorry. It wasn't my choice. I think it sounded fine, probably, other than, like, you know, the chorus. That, yeah.
And by that time I had everybody in the patio shutting up so they could hear you.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that. Cause,
well, normally you sound good.
Well,
normally
I'm doing a song that I chose. But
you agreed to it, so you chose it.
She chose it, and I agreed to it.
You still agreed to it, so...
But my next song was okay.
When she finally got it right.
Well, yeah, because I was going to, as a lark, I do Ricky Martin's Cup of Life, which I haven't done in a long time, and she didn't have that. So I ended up doing Baby Hit Me One More Time by Britney Spears, which I still say is like a fantastic rock song that just happens to be done by Britney Spears. And that's how I do it when I do it. is more of a rock song. It's even got the guitar and everything in it. Then I think that one went okay.
And the rest of your week?
Rest of my week, you know, work, a lot of work. Sent out a lot of notices, things to graduate schools, seeing what's out there. I need to like call a bunch of them on Friday. So yay, researching on graduate schools because it has to be online, so I can do the schedule thing. And I'm hoping for creative writing. There's a couple schools that look good. Sadly, the 3 schools that I was most interested in, or the 2 schools for sure. I think there was a 3rd one. I haven't heard back from them yet. I'm like going, oh. Although I have heard back from Harvard, which didn't really say much of anything though. Although it did give me a phone number to call, but I don't think I could do Harvard. I don't think there's a magic wand big enough to overcome the fact that I don't meet the prerequisites for their journalism program. And I'm not sure, I don't really want to do journalism, that type of journalism program, but if it was Harvard and they were willing to go for it, I'd be like going, sure, I will make the jump from University of Phoenix to Harvard. You betcha. But I know that they can do a lot of allowances, but I just don't, I think there's just too many here. I don't think that they could jump over that many hurdles. So, but other than that, I think that's my week. I don't think I had anything else.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I had anything else.
And technically it's not even a week because we recorded on Saturday, so...
Yeah, and we're now doing that 2 times a week thing.
So it's one of those things is like, how was your 3 days?
Yeah. Well, with you, that's usually good because you're a busy person. You got 3 days. In 3 days you've done more than a lot of people did in a week.
Oh, just wait till this weekend.
I know. Well, this weekend I'll have things to report too. And next weekend, definitely. I still don't know exactly how I'm doing next weekend 100%.
They still haven't said anything?
We'll get to this. It's on my list.
Yeah, Edward made a list. I'm ready for the big earthquake that's going to make California fall into the sea and, let's see, Japan split in 2 so Godzilla could come out from the depths of the earth.
Oh, I wrote down the wrong name. I made a list. It's just a simple scribbled list, but there was things I wanted to make sure I didn't miss. And then I wrote the wrong name here. And as I was walking to the kitchen to get a soda and coming back, I realized, ooh, I hope I remember to say the right name. And I really do, given the fact that I wrote down the wrong name. So, yeah, I made a list. It's on my list. The whole Leprecon thing.
Well, since you mentioned it, let's go.
Oh, okay. Leprecon is next weekend. Not this upcoming weekend, but the weekend after that. The weekend
Mother's Day
that starts
weekend.
Yeah, Mother's Day weekend. So the 11th is in there somewhere. Because I think that's Mother's Day.
No, Mother's Day is the 10th.
Mother's Day is the 10th? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm like going, I could have sworn that the first day of con was the 8th. But, oh well. And there's a schedule up. I am officially listed on some panels. But so far, I'm only really listed on a couple of them, and I'm basically a moderator. Okay, there's a couple panels that I will be apparently speaking on.
No, you're right. It's the 12th. It's the 11th.
Okay, yeah. There's a couple panels I will be speaking on, such as I believe I'm speaking on the LGBT in genre fiction panel. I don't remember exactly how Tony worded it, but... And then I think I'm also speaking on the panel of Big Bang Theory, whether or not that's a help or not to our lovely nerd community. And I do plan on like kind of broadening that out, because I don't think Big Bang is necessarily the culprit. But...
I don't think Big Bang's the culprit. I think King of the Nerds is.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think Big Bang is the thing that people should be really pointing fingers at, if they're going to point fingers. If you want to make your argument, I don't think Big Bang is the one to make an argument with. But that does appear to be the other panel I'm on. Actually, I have a list right here. I just because this is what's been posted for the for the 3 days of the con, although I could have sworn that there's a Thursday something or other. I am apparently the moderator for The Writer and Artist Should Be Friends. And that's a comic book panel about writers and artists. Yeah, LGBT Among Fandom. That's what it's called. That one's on Friday. The Writer and Artist Should Be Friends, that's on Friday. But I think I'm on more panels and involved with more panels than just these. That's the main thing that's getting me here. Saturday, I'm the moderator for the GM Roundtable, which I believe is Dungeons & Dragons, comparing the different types of Dungeons & Dragons. I think. I'll have to double check that. And I think that's as far as I got before I, checked out of work today. Yeah. So, it's still a work in progress. But at least the panels and everything are listed.
This time.
Yeah. So, yay! We're that much closer. It's this convention is in its 40th year. I'm really glad to see that it stuck it out through the lean years, and I'm hoping that it is starting to build back up. And if anybody would like to go to Leprecon, science fiction fantasy convention here in Phoenix, just leave a note or whatever. I'll give you the contact information. I'll put a link to it also in the podcast notes. But just let me know, and I'll help you figure out how you can get there. Tickets are definitely still available for it, because virtually all, other than San Diego Comic-Con.
Actually, I heard the rumor that Phoenix Comic-Con is doing a cap this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I heard that rumor.
Well, in theory, they kind of have to do a cap.
Yesterday, I think it was. I think it was yesterday I heard it. I heard the rumor. But I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, it's just a rumor.
Yeah.
It was on the interwebs.
Yeah. Yeah. Technically, I mean, there is a limit to how many could attend anyway.
Fire code.
Yeah.
That's why there's a limit at San Diego, because of the fire marshal.
Yeah, it's just that San Diego is San Diego, and it sells out in 15 minutes, if that long. So I think that's my Leprecon news right now.
Oh, and if you want to see...
He needed to... I'm sorry. There was more, apparently, but something happened with the website, and he's needing to let us know a bit more in the near future. So there's possibly information I'm missing. So, you were saying, sorry.
And if you want to go on their website and find Edward's name, look on he's listed as Ed Pulley.
Ed. Yeah. You know, I'm fine with that.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I don't mind when people call me Ed.
Yeah, you do.
Just people don't normally call me Ed. I'm like going, oh, I think Tony is one of those people who called me Ed. I think he is one of them. But they just don't, there's just not many of them in my life who call me Ed. But I don't mind Ed. Eddie. Eddie's the one that I don't like.
My dad calls you Eddie.
Yeah.
You let him get away with it.
I let him get away with it. He's your dad. But...
What's next on your list?
Well, let's cover this one, because you probably know more about this one. And it's not him. It's Bob Hoskins.
Yes.
Yes, he died.
Yes, today.
Today.
Or yesterday.
Yesterday?
Well, he's UK.
Yeah.
So by the time it came out, it was late. It was nighttime that morning.
Okay. And on Australia, I think they're like in the future or something like that. So
yeah,
I think it happened last week for them or something like that.
Yeah. But, yeah, Bob Hoskins passed.
Yeah, not Anthony Hopkins, which is what I have written down here. But, and that was kind of sad. I did like Bob Hoskins. I liked him in his various movies that he did. He did, of course, Roger Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was this thriller that he did that was a piece of crap thriller, but he was really good in it, that I can't remember the name of, but it involves a guy getting into like a car accident, and they reconstruct his face, and he comes out of it with amnesia, and he finds out that somehow there was a murder plot that his wife was involved with, or maybe was involved with, and I don't know, it's a very convoluted thing that it's actually much better than what I'm making it sound, but at the same time, it's not surprising that it was forgotten.
Never heard of it.
Because it was very cliched. It was obvious what was going on once he came out of the hospital, actually. It was clear, 100%. There was no mystery going on here. So, but he did a whole bunch of movies, though.
He did a whole bunch of movies.
Mona Lisa.
He was in...
he was in The Wall.
He was in Brazil.
Yes.
The Cotton Club.
Yeah.
But his first movie...
Hook.
Well, that's later. That's in the 90s. His first movie, his first television... He had a TV show called The Workman. The Main Chance. He was the workman in 1972. So...
where is...
Pennies from Heaven.
Oh,
no, but
yeah.
that's the TV series.
That's the TV series that was later that the Steve Martin one was based on.
Let's see, Mona Lisa.
There's Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
That's his biggest hit. Mermaids.
Hook. Heart Condition. Shattered. Shattered is the one I'm talking about.
Super Mario Brothers.
Yes, he was in Super Mario Brothers. We don't talk about that. That's an embarrassment for everyone involved.
I never saw it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But so
Spice World. Did you know he was in Spice World?
I didn't remember him, but I mean, if you were British, you were probably pretty much in Spice World somewhere. They got everybody in that movie, so I'm not surprised at all that he was in Spice World. But if you were British or Meatloaf. I don't know how Meatloaf made the cut. But he will be missed. And someone made a post today pointing out how he actually was kind of a gay icon in a way.
Bear.
Not because he's gay, but
No, he was
because
straight.
the bear image.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the bear image really before bear image became more popular. So, what else you got? Because it looked like you were finding something.
No, I was just changing something around.
Oh, okay.
Books.
Books!
I actually finished 2 books
You finished 2 books
in 3 days.
in 3 days.
Actually, no.
Well, you were house sitting.
2 days.
Too. That helps.
Oh yeah. I finished Alien in the House by our friend.
World famous author.
And my boss, Gini Koch. This is the book that came out in May. So 11 months ago.
Yeah. So you're almost caught up.
I'm almost, not really. Because she's got another book coming out next Tuesday.
But you're caught up with everything that's published.
No.
You're not. There is one more after
There's
this.
December's.
There's December's. Do we have it?
Yes, it's over there. It's in my pile. It's in my pile of books that I
I'm
need
like,
to read.
really? I thought it was caught up. Okay, so you're gonna, and then we have the one more that's coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, this is book...
7?
Yes, I believe so, yes.
And this one's a departure from the rest of them because it's more of just a murder mystery.
This is
not
yeah,
just a murder mystery,
this,
but it's
yeah,
a murder
this
mystery.
is a murder mystery. This is Jeannie had this. This is also Jeannie's favorite cover.
The white one.
The white cover, yes, that's her favorite cover. It's not my favorite cover. It's her favorite cover. But it is a murder mystery. It's very Sherlock Holmes, Agatha Christie. It's very good. I liked it. It's 524 pages. So I'm done with it. I finished it. Now I gotta, well, I've got 4 more books before I get to the book from December.
Okay.
And so...
Anything that stands out in that, other than the fact that it's a mystery?
I can't say.
If you were to write a review on Amazon, what would you say?
Good murder mystery. Continues on with the Catherine Kitty Cat series. Mostly takes place in Washington, D.C.
Successfully blends sci-fi with mystery?
And...
Or does the sci-fi take more of a backstage?
No, there's sci-fi there.
Okay. Or
And a bunch of new characters.
And a bunch of new characters.
Bunch of new characters, including
because it's Murder, She Wrote.
Because it's including 2 princesses.
It's Murder, She Wrote with aliens.
Oh, and a wedding.
And there's always new characters every
And a wedding. And a birthday.
And a wedding. And a birthday.
And a gala.
And a gala.
And not a gala, a gala. And lots of cemetery scenes.
I've never known which is the preferred cemetery scenes.
Cemetery scenes.
Okay. Spooky.
Spooky.
Are there crazy scary aliens in this one, or is this one of the books that doesn't have like, oh my god, they scared the hell out of me aliens, or disturbed me aliens? I think
none of our aliens ever disturbed me.
No, there's like a book or two where everyone comments on how like there's aliens or whatever that disturb them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It comes up. I know I haven't gotten to it yet. I thought it was the one right before this. But maybe it is the next book.
Oh god, what book is it? Alien. It's the one.
Alien versus Alien?
No, before that. Then it's not diplomacy.
Alien diplomacy?
No,
Alien
proliferation.
Proliferation?
There's a scene in proliferation, I believe.
In the 4th one?
In the 4th book, yes.
Okay.
I believe it's the 4th book. Creeped the hell out of me. Oh my god, it just gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Well, see, I thought that was something that pops up like alternately in like every other book. There's like a scene that's like, ugh! And I thought it involved like new aliens each time or something.
No, but there's no new aliens in this one.
Oh, okay.
The aliens who are in this one you've already known of.
Okay.
There's new aliens in Alien versus Alien.
Ah, well, the other aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no new pets.
No new pets.
No new pets.
Okay.
Same pets.
Okay.
Which are dogs, cats,
Poofs.
Parrot, and...
Apparently a parrot.
No, that's not the...
That's not the parrot?
No, that's not the parrot. That's a peregrine.
Oh, okay. Sorry. From a distance, I thought it was a parrot.
They're parrot-like.
Okay. But, okay, so dogs, cats, poofs, bird,
And peregrines.
and peregrines. There you go. Okay.
And alligators. Oh, I forgot about the alligators.
She kept that one as a pet?
You'll see.
Okay.
You think we have a zoo. They have a zoo. So anyways, read the book. Very good book. I highly recommend it. Of course, as always, read first book. Each book does stand alone because she does a little bit, flashback stuff. So each book can stand alone, but there's just so many characters that you're just like, I'm sorry, Colette. You have the task of trying to get all the characters together because people are asking for a kind of like a map kind of a thing.
Who's who or
yeah,
the web or the tree.
And the long distance assistant Colette gets to do that. Sorry. Not me though. And then after I read that, I read Matchless, A Christmas Story by Gregory Maguire. He's the author who wrote Wicked. So
and all those other ones.
And Son of the Witch
and the Ugly Stepsister.
And the Ugly Stepsister. I actually like the Ugly Stepsister. That was a good one.
Isn't that's like one that just never franchised?
Yeah. Well, it's a take on.
Because I don't think Wicked was intended to franchise. Was it?
Well, Wicked only franchised because of the show.
Oh really? I thought he had sequels before the show came out.
No. The Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister is that's my favorite. I actually like that one better than Wicked. I really like Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister. Wicked is good. I like Wicked, don't get me wrong. Wicked is my second favorite.
Okay.
He also wrote Lost, which was okay. Mirror Mirror I did not like.
Is Lost like
Lost
Red
is
Riding Hood?
No, Rip Van Winkle.
Okay.
Well, when you wake up.
I guess. Okay, like confused, dazed and confused. Okay. And since that had already been taken by a stoner movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Lost is what you're left with.
And Mirror Mirror, of course, Snow White.
Yes.
Didn't care for Mirror Mirror.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. And then the Wicked is, Wicked, Son of a Witch, and A Lion Among Men. And there's
I thought there was another one.
There's one more. That came out after this. This came out in 2009. What this is, it's a short story.
Short story.
And it's from NPR. It's National Public Radio.
Oh, I like when they do the frontispieces like that.
Yeah.
It's like that tie-dye ink drip thing.
So I'll just read you the first paragraph that on the inside book jacket, just real quick. It says, each year National Public Radio asks a writer to compose a story with a Christmas theme. In 2008, Gregory Maguire offered a new twist on a classic tale, reinventing the Hans Christian Andersen classic, The Little Match Girl. So, really good. I don't know if you've ever read Little Match Girl. I'm sure first I saw the Shirley Temple movie. It was Shirley Temple, I believe.
I think so. Although I don't think it ends the same way.
No, it doesn't end because it's Shirley Temple and you can't...
Yeah, and it's Hans Christian Andersen, which he might as well have been writing all those Victorian fairy tales.
Yeah, but it was very good. I liked it. There's 3... It's a novella, I guess you could say. Not even. It's short stories.
Like vignettes.
Yeah, vignettes. There's 4 vignettes, and they all tied to each other. And the last one is all tied.
Okay.
Ties up together. And the Little Match Girl story, which doing some more reading about this, he basically kept it the same, except for in Hans Christian Andersen's version, the little girl is missing her grandmother.
Okay.
In Gregory Maguire's, he put it to where she's missing her mom.
Parent. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I was like, when you were reading it, he read it to me last night, and I was like going, this sounds familiar. This sounds the same story. It also sounds a lot like the Bobby Darin song Artificial Flowers, which is a Victorian tune that he pepped up. So, so...
Good movie.
Yes?
Not good movie. Good book. Yes, it's a yes. It's a great Christmas Eve reading time for the kids. Highly recommend it.
Does it actually end up a little happier?
Great Christmas time story reading for the kids.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
Especially
but
for the
if you
kids
could,
you don't like.
if,
For the kids
if
you
you,
don't mind to traumatize for
Well-
a while. The ones that you want to show Old Yeller to.
Christmas Story is not exactly a feel-good movie,
What? He got the BB gun?
and got himself hit, and the Christmas Eve and the Christmas dinner meal is ruined. Christmas Day dinner is ruined.
Doesn't matter. He got the BB gun. That's all that mattered. That's the whole point of the movie.
No,
To get that BB gun.
nope.
Set up from the very beginning. He gets it. Happy ending.
Well, if that was the case, then why did they continue on for another 20 minutes?
Because it has the longest denouement.
Denouement?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
So those are my books, and I'm reading another book. I'm reading the book that I got in September,
which book is that?
Out in Left Field.
Oh!
The baseball romance.
romance one.
Yes.
Yes.
And by the way, Out in Left Field he is a left field player.
Okay.
So it wasn't what we kind of thought.
Okay.
Good book so far, but I just started that. So
Okay.
next,
Almost Human got canceled.
I thought we weren't talking about TV.
And this is just a quick little announcement thing that just ruined my night last night. Because it's not talking about TV shows we're watching.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, we're not talking about TV on this one. We decided that this one would be about everything else but TV.
And then TV will be on the next one coming up for the second half. But yeah, Almost Human got canceled. There's a petition, of course, going around to try to get it renewed. I don't think it'll happen because it
Because
was
it's always
Fox.
yeah.
Well, it was on Fox. It actually got better ratings than some things that were assured renewal, but it didn't hold the ratings that they wanted it to hold. There was, if I recall correctly, there was some sort of production mix-up or something like that happened right before it went on the air. And Fox basically showed no sign of faith in the show from the very onset. They showed the first episode as the first episode, but from that point on, they just mixed up the episodes. They didn't show them in order, which then people who are watching the show, well, a lot of the things that people who didn't like the show thought it was a mess, their big complaint is, it looks like the episodes were done out of order, like they didn't even have a plan for what they were doing. And it's like, well, they look like they were done out of order because they were done in order and Fox broadcast them out of order. And that's why it looks like they just didn't have a plan and just started sticking stories in all willy-nilly. So since Fox didn't even care enough to broadcast them in order, I don't think they're going to care whether or not there's a petition to get it renewed. The only chance I think that this show would have of getting renewed is if something like Sci-Fi picked it up, because of the fan outcry. And it did have like a big producer name behind it. And I really liked the show. I thought it actually was starting to pick up on the themes that it introduced at the very beginning. It started actually really starting to flesh out the whole idea of a robot in the society and what happened with all the different branches of robot. Why is the crime rate so high? Stuff like that. What's on the other side of the wall? Because the city's in a big wall. Well, unless someone picks it up, or unless someone does tie-in, or unless someone does tie-in novels or something. Yeah. But I am not crossing my fingers for this one or holding my breath for this one. It's most likely dead in the water. I will be very tickled if another network picks it up, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Nope. Not coming back. Yeah. It's gone.
Because it didn't happen with Firefly. It didn't happen with Sarah Connor Chronicles. It didn't happen with Birds of Prey.
Nope.
It's rare when that happens. It happens, but it's rare.
Very rare.
So what you got next?
All I have left is what's coming up this weekend.
Oh, well, okay. Well,
so you go off your list because you have a list.
Well, I only have really one more thing that is not like a hey, this is upcoming type thing. And that is I was digging through my comic books the other day, and I found one that I actually forgot how much I so much loved, and that is Thunder Bunny. Da-da-da, Thunder Bunny.
Did you already talk about that?
I don't think I think I maybe talked about it in passing, but
Or you made a post about it on Facebook.
Yeah, it's basically the same story as Shazam Captain Marvel, where a kid ends up getting superpowers and he switches back and forth between the superpowered person and his kid identity. But the superpowers are actually developed from a planet or dimension where that was a whole bunch of anthropomorphic animals. So he turns into Thunder Bunny, a giant rabbit superhero, which, while he enjoys having the superpowers, he's really embarrassed over the fact that he's a giant pink bunny. And the longer he stays Thunder Bunny, the harder it is for him to change back, because he has to have a clear image of himself.
Yeah.
And the Thunder Bunny personality starts taking over a bit. And so he's always afraid of staying as a Thunder Bunny too long. And he doesn't want anyone to find out that he's Thunder Bunny because, Thunder Bunny's a big pink rabbit. It was originally put out by Charlton, then it moved on, and Archie Comics put it out for a while. And then Warp Graphics, they're the ones that put out ElfQuest. The Pennies are the ones that created Warp Graphics. That's their company. And they published it for a little while. Yeah, there's a fly. That's why Junior's running around.
I was like, why is Junior having freak out moments? And now I just saw a fly. Yeah.
Yeah. And halfway through Warp Graphics, they decided, you know what, we want to stay focused with ElfQuest with Warp Graphics. So they created a sister company called Apple, and so then it was suddenly being published by Apple, and Apple split off, and it has like a weird convoluted publishing history. It was created by Martin Ream. I so apologize if I got your name wrong.
Probably because you got that name wrong, so I would say you got
Well,
that
no, I have it. I know it. I just don't know how to pronounce it. Greim.
Graham.
Graham? Okay. And the reason why I'm really apologizing is because there is a chance that he's going to see this, because he lives here in the Valley, and he and I are now friends on Facebook. He keeps on posting things, because apparently he did a fanzine for a long time, a successful fanzine, and he knew a lot of the artists, and they supplied things to his fanzine, and so he's been sharing with me some of the art that he had from the fanzine. And I did ask him about whether or not they would ever collect together the Thunder Bunny, all the stories, because with its weird publishing history, it's kind of hard to get all the stories.
Yeah.
And he stated that he's been asked about it in the past, but he doesn't have a desire to actually get them collected together, because he thinks that would devalue the back issues that everybody already had, like the one that I have in my hand right now, which I have two of. That's I'm flipping around like this. And he wants to make sure that the collectors who bought it and have their copies, they don't lose value on their copies, because he decided to have it collected together into a trade.
It shouldn't really.
I don't know of that occurring, but at the same time, I'm trusting it's his bunny.
Yeah.
So that's what he wants to do. That's what he can do. And maybe he does know. Maybe there is something that has shown that sometimes that does happen, where it devalues the back issue value. I read comics not necessarily for the value. I read them because I enjoy them. So I don't pay as much attention to the valuation. So I'm not sure.
No, but you do pay attention to cereal boxes, so that's why you save them, for the value.
Not necessarily the value, for the collection, and it's mainly the monster cereals, because they change over the years.
That's what hoarders say.
There's a whole collection. I should get them bound into a book, into a big monster cereal book. But that's basically my stuff, other than, hey, this is stuff coming up.
Okay, so let's go with what's coming up. Busy weekend.
Yes. Yes. Very busy weekend.
Saturday, May 3rd at 10 a.m. What's going on, Edward?
I do my graduation walk. I am graduating with a BA in Communications from University of Phoenix, and Saturday is the walk for it. I got my robe and gown and stuff, and hey, it has been decided that the proper etiquette is that when I receive a graduation card or whatever, I can open it. I don't have to wait. Because I asked and people said, no, you can open it.
So you're going to open it now?
I'm going to open it now.
In front of everybody?
I'm going to open it now in front of everybody.
Okay. Hey, look, she gave her our address. We
I
can stalk
know,
her
we
now.
can stalk her. So,
unlike the other one who didn't give us an address.
I know. She's all stealthy that way.
Well, we only see that one once a year because, you know, she doesn't want to see us. She's never in the country this for us.
I know. She doesn't like hanging out in the country even.
In this country.
This
Just
is
read the inside
from...
before you say.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go. Oh.
Don't say that word.
Let's see. Dream impossible dreams. Da-da-da. And open it up. May they all come true. Happy graduation. Congrats and best wishes. So proud of you. From Marcy and the boys. And Marcy would be...
Marciella Rockwell, our friend and an author.
Yay!
Another world famous author.
Yes. As a matter of fact, we have her books over there too. And I'm still waiting to be able to make that announcement that she's not allowed to make.
Yes. When she makes the announcement, we'll make the announcement.
Yes. I have plans. So,
Yes, we do. We have plans for you, Marcy.
we do.
Just wait.
We do. I will take care of you, baby. And now, this one, she even put tape on it. I guess she didn't trust her saliva. But trust me, honey, your saliva did a good job here.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah,
oh my God,
it's
not
very...
gonna be...
Yeah, I was able to feel it as I was doing this. So please place this protective paper over the front of the card in envelope before mailing.
Oh, cool. Look at that.
Oh, it's got like a... Oh! Ah! Okay, things fell out of it. Okay, so...
Well, that was kind of butch, wasn't it, with me screaming like that?
No. Okay, so it's got like a crane that's lowering a C onto the word congratulations. It's all 3D and kind of slightly puffy.
Kind of cool.
Yeah. And Edward, wishes of congratulations built just for you. Great accomplishment, best wishes, Jordan. Da-da-da.
And that's Jordan Summers.
Jordan Summers.
Another friend of ours and famous author. So
yay! I thank you, and I guess I need to put the protective cover back on it.
But well, I think that's
It's
mostly
like
because
a-
of mailing.
I think it's like a toilet seat cover for your card.
It's a really cool card.
It is a
very
really cool
cool.
card. Maybe take a picture of it and use it for the... I could take a picture of both and like use it for the
art.
Yeah, the art for the audio podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So thank you very much. I'm still looking for someone who wants to go and like actually film part of it so that like my sister and my aunt can see it.
They do it on the. You could. It's on the web.
But don't I have to pay for it?
No.
Oh, I thought I had to pay for it. I thought that was like a paid thing.
No.
Oh, really?
To watch it on the internet? No. It's a live streamed.
Oh, it's live stream. Well, how am I
It's
gonna...
live stream.
Oh, so they would have to like. So I won't. I
yeah,
can't.
your
I can't see it after the fact.
No. The only way you'll be able to see it after the fact if you buy the CD.
That's where the payment comes in. Okay, I'm like, no, I could have sworn there was a payment of something.
If you buy the CD.
Okay.
Which is only like $20. I think.
Right.
No, not even that. I think it was only 10 because I got the CD.
You got the CD?
Yeah, I got the CD.
Okay, so I don't even have to pay attention while I'm there.
No, I spent most of the time texting.
I could read a book.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Because all you have is the program.
Well, I could read a book off my phone. If you were able to text, I could read a book off my phone.
And with you getting it in where you are at, you'll be in the middle of the crowd.
So I'll be well hidden?
Yes.
Yay!
I was in the second row.
Wow. Lovely. Sorry.
Last name.
Oh, yeah. Well. G's put you in the second row?
Yeah, because they're huge, long rows.
Oh, okay. Well, because every time I see a picture of it, it looks like it's just a big mess of people.
It is a big mess of people. You're looking about 600 to 700 people.
Wow.
Because they're going to do associates, bachelors, masters, and doctorates. And the doctorates get the front.
They get the front?
They get one side of the front row, and then it starts to fill in alphabetically and go blah 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 blah.
Okay. So,
and it's going to be at the University of Phoenix Stadium where the Phoenix Cardinals play.
Yeah.
Which is Glendale.
Out there.
West side of Glendale.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm mentioning that, because after that is done,
I get waffles.
Who's taking you for waffles?
I don't know.
You're not getting waffles for me. I gotta head out. I don't know how you're going. What we're doing about transportation.
Because I was like, I thought I was going to Bitsy's or something.
I don't know what we're doing about transportation.
I don't know what we're doing about transportation.
Because Archie's not going.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he'll let me take his car?
No, he's going shopping.
I think maybe do that. Well, we'll find out. We'll figure it out.
Because after that's done, I am heading over to Scottsdale on the other side of the valley. Because Gini has her early release book party at the Poison Pen from 2 to 3 on Saturday, May 3rd. I mentioned this before. This is a very rare occurrence. The Poison Pen bookstore got special permission from the publisher of the publisher DAW, which is the sci-fi arm of Penguin Books.
Yes.
To do a book signing release party 3 days before the book comes out. And it's such a rare thing and such a special event that any book that's not sold at that party from 2 to 3 gets packed up and put away because they cannot even sell it for later. And we've got the mime for those of you watching the video next to me. Marcel Mosso is here. So I got that. And then from 2 to 3. And then around 7. Oh, by the way, Poison Pen does a live stream. So if you can't make it, for those of you not in the Phoenix area or Arizona area, you can check it out on live stream because they do like a little talk with her, like a little interview talk kind of a thing for the first 15-20 minutes, and then she sits in there. It's nothing but folding chairs, and then after that's done, they take her to. They have a special author's chair. It's a nice cushy arm chair and a nice little round wooden table that the authors sit and sign.
Okay.
So it's really cute. Poison Pen Bookstore, downtown Scottsdale, Old Town Scottsdale. 2 to 3 on Saturday, May 3rd, and then Gini and I are leaving. Well, it's Saturday night.
Well, okay. It's Saturday. Before Saturday night. Also, don't forget, Saturday is Free Comic Book Day.
Yes, Free Comic Book Day.
Free
I have no
comic
idea
books.
how that's going to happen with us. The only thing I can think
walk.
of, you could walk. You don't walk.
I have walked there already. I have already walked there and back before.
You don't walk.
I walk. I've walked there and back already.
You've never walked. You
I have walked there and back.
don't know how to walk.
Put one foot in front of the other, and soon I'll be walking to the comic book store.
So, Free Comic Book Day. I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't know how the hell we're doing on what we're doing on Saturday.
Yeah, I can't walk to
Watch.
graduation.
There goes Junior.
There goes Junior.
Hunting.
Yeah,
It must
there's
be
a
over.
fly. Yeah, it's over there. It's on the light.
Oh, there it is. Oh, she's going to take out the light, isn't she?
Yes.
Feel free to watch the light fall down. And then I canceled a show so we could have a little graduation gathering for Edward. So that's going to be Saturday night at our place.
Okay.
Our already have the menu down.
Okay.
The roommate who does not speak his name does not want cherry pie. He will get a cake.
Okay. Yay, cake!
Yes, you'll get a cake. We've got, Lord knows we have enough alcohol in this house.
Yeah, we got alcohol. I do alcohol.
And we're having ham. We're going to have stuffing, mashed potatoes. We're going to have broccoli and radishes.
Okay.
And did you get it? Who did you decide to invite?
I just posted it on
I
Facebook.
saw that. I saw you post on the invite saying, anyone like to come?
I don't know who to invite. I don't know. Everyone's out of town.
Only one person's out of town.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Sure party. Might end up being just us three and Brad and Kim. I left Brad a message.
Okay.
So that's Saturday. Let's see.
You were talking about leaving town.
Oh, and I'm leaving town. I'll be gone so you'll have 3 episodes without me.
Yeah? Yeah, you're going to be gone for over a week?
I'll be gone for 10 days. We leave on the May 8th and come back on May 18th. Because it's time for Gini's mini book tour.
Mini book tour!
Yep. We will be in San Diego for the Mysterious Galaxy San Diego's 21st birthday bash on Saturday, May 10th. The party runs from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., but Gini will actually have her presentation and book signing at, I believe, 1 p.m. But there's going to be lots of different authors there.
And we'll actually try to make sure that we have this schedule posted with the podcast, and also we'll cover it probably in more detail on
When
the
I
next
get back.
podcast. Well, in the next podcast too, so people would know where to get you.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of people in California.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we have a lot of people in California, so we want to make sure to cover them. I think they may be more Southern California, but at the same time...
No, both of these are Southern California.
San Diego?
San Diego, Southern California.
Okay, well, no. I didn't know. I thought you guys were doing mainly just LA.
No. I said
And I was
Mysterious
thinking
Galaxy San Diego.
Okay. Then,
On May
yeah,
10th.
then we definitely want to cover this in the next podcast to give them and put the schedule up. Because we got people. So, and that's going to be for 10 days.
Yes.
And it's going to start in San Diego or start in LA?
Start in San Diego.
Okay, and work your way up to LA, and
Yep.
then... Did you guys decide to go over to Nevada or whatever?
No, we're not doing Nevada on this one, but we're going to be, we're doing San Diego, Redondo Beach, LA, Burbank, and we're still working on Palm Springs.
Okay.
So, we'll get the schedule up apparently. So
Yes.
we'll be at Mysterious Galaxy in San Diego and in Redondo Beach.
I just figure a schedule's probably a lot easier for people to do the taking notes.
That's fine.
Although, what are the big slots that you're hitting?
So then we'll go on, so what else you got?
Well, I'm going to be on the Block Goddess next week. On the 8th, I'm on the Block Goddess at 9 p.m. Eastern.
6 p.m. So you're taking the day off or half day?
I think I'm coming down with something. I think I'm coming down with something.
Oh, it's a good thing none of your coworkers watch this, huh?
Yeah. None of my coworkers watch anything other than sports or, like, CNN.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I have no worry about anything here. We do have comments.
Okay. One more thing, one last thing.
Oh, go for it.
Back to Gini.
Yay, Genie!
Don't forget, she's got that special Penumbra e-magazine,
Yes.
the subscription, because she has in the May issue, which we need to get, is Alien on the Runway, which is the story about how Reader met Gower.
Okay.
So, and Reader and Gower are, of course, two main characters in the Alien series.
Yes. They're the gay couple.
Yes. One human, one alien.
Yes. So I'm not even sure if it counts. I think it might just be some sort of weird interspecies thing, like a, if a man married a turtle.
And then she'll have
aliens.
it. And then later on in the year, she's going to have another short story into the Penumbra e-magazine. They're each issue is $3.99, but right now she has a year subscription that she arranged with Penumbra. For a full year, you'll get you could only pay for a full year subscription. It's only $24.
Which comes up to just half price for each one.
Yes, half price for each magazine. And you'll also get the best of Penumbra from 2012 and 2013.
Cool.
So if you do that, you need to. That's only available if you use the coupon code of 2014 Gini. So 2014 GINI, and the coupon is good until August 1st. So
okay.
Like I said, the short story Alien on the Runway is out now.
Okay.
Because it's the May issue,
okay.
So we need to get that. Okay. And I really wanted to see about just $24 for the whole year. Hint, 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 hint.
Okay, okay.
So that's all I got. So let's go on comments.
Yay, comments! Picking up the comments that we've lost along the way. First of all, thank you, Patrick, even though you were kind of... Patrick of Screamqueenz commented about us kind of because he's wanting me to get a promo, I think. Because he was saying that he likes to do promos for other podcasts on his podcast, and if you have a promo, like, get it to him and he can help out. Hint, hint, Edward. And I'm going, oh, I guess that's me. And also...
Well, there's more people named Edward out there.
There are. But I like to think it's me, because, you know, hey, center of the universe. Also, Scott from the Satosphere has been making sure to mention me every time. And I missed calling in this week, so... But I didn't know the Mystery Musical anyway. So, on to the podcast comments. We've got Chuck, of course.
Stewie Monster!
Stewie Monster! He was very happy to see Starro. And then Terry, she got a kick out of the fact that I said I had butts coming out of my butt.
Terry
Lopez.
Oh, Montana Girl.
Terry Lopez.
One of the Montana girls.
Yes. And she also was concerned that we need to make sure that we keep you in frame for the video podcast.
See, thank you. Thank you, Terry.
I
was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I watched the thing and I'm like, okay, I'm like half in, half
It's because you're busy
he's
trying to
the center
escape.
of the universe. That's
why. No.
He's the center of the universe. That's
so
why.
that the center of the picture is right between the two of us, so that
he's got to be center of the universe.
And then you lean forward, and it's like you're escaping out of the picture from me. So
go on. People out of time.
You know, I think that actually, for the most part, catches us up on everything. Let me just check.
Hurry up, because we're gonna run out of time again.
I know.
It's gonna be like with the hurry up. You see, most people would have this ready.
Because I have to get to different ones because
well,
each one's a
you could have different
page.
windows. You could have a window for each page.
And Chuck commented that we're busy beavers, and Terry says that she misses us. Aw. And she loves watching us react to each other and roll our eyes.
See, so you roll your eyes too.
I don't know on that.
Well, Terry said us roll our eyes.
And she loved the closing song, Total Eclipse of the Heart, but she's not so sure about that version. Which is played on, you know, oven and refrigerator.
Yes.
And stuff. Yeah. So, and she likes us in bed as compared to at a table. But we look so professional when we were at a table. We look like a real podcast when we were at the table.
Well, we would have to figure it out because, you know, I want people here. I want others. And okay. Unless they want to be in the bed where the hump is, because if you ever see the bed, there's a indentation where I sleep, and there's an indentation where Edward sleeps, and there's this giant hump right in the middle. And anybody who wants to come in here, like Jordan and Marcy and Tina and Chris and who else do we want?
Hey, there's a whole bunch of people I'd like to get on here.
Yeah.
And we'll all drive over to Jeannie's house and do it at her table.
We could drive to Jeannie's house and do it at her table, or you could be in bed with us and you could be, sitting on the hump. Figure that out.
We have a card table. We could pretend that we're playing poker. Like those dogs. But that's
this installment. It's 60A.
60A. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna divide them up that way. You don't like that, or should each one have an individual?
I would say that each one should have an individual because this is an individual show.
Okay. Even though, because like I said, we're talking only about half the stuff this week, and then the other half of the stuff is TV.
And hopefully we'll stay within an hour now.
Yeah. Not this one.
No, because you like to read.
So, story time.
Yeah, if we're gonna do story time, should only be in one, not both.
Well, it's too late. It's in both this week. But that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, let's not bore them too much.
Hey!
That's it. Good night. Goodbye. We'll see you in a couple days. We'll see you after he graduates, actually.
Yeah.
Which will probably...
Or you'll see us. They'll see us.
Yeah, that's true, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you'll see us.
Yeah.
Or listen to us.
Or listen to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So, thank you all. Make sure to leave comments. We love comments. Catch us on the Twitters. And iTunes. Reviews are wonderful. Reviews are a wonderful, wonderful thing on iTunes.
This is Arthur Darvill with the Ballad of Arthur Darvill. Wherever I go, people say to me, "Hey, are you that guy? Doctor Who's companion, Rory Williams?" And I sigh. I want to tell them there is more to me than this. I'm not just a bloke riding a TARDIS. I am an actor in a fable. I didn't get captured by a weeping angel. You need to know I've my own story. I'm not Rory. Let it go, let it go. I'm not in Doctor Who anymore. Let it go, let it go. Because now I'm treading the boards. I am in a West End play. It's called Once, and tickets are available every day. It's true that I know Matt Smith. We've battled some villains. The Daleks weren't the worst ones. That was Karen Gillan. People, they shout, exterminate. When they see me, it really isn't great. All that it needs is a Google search to see that I'm in Broadchurch. Let it go, let it go. You won't see me at Comic-Con. Let it go, Jesus, let it go. My sci-fi days are gone. I am a real actor. I can sing as well. My agent is contactable every day.
Wow.
Wow.
I
got really intense there.
That was amazing. So there you go, the amazing Arthur Darvill. If you want more people singing silly songs, check out Hugh Jackman and Wolverine the Musical. He's good as well. Also, if you would like something of a ropier quality, hear me rapping on Game of Moans with Sophie Turner, who plays Sansa Stark in actual Game of Thrones. Enjoy those videos. And remember, click subscribe. Actually do it, though.
Well, what you just heard is Arthur Darvill. There we go. Arthur Darvill, who was Rory on Doctor Who, or Rory Pond, or whatever his last name was. Williams. Rory Williams. And that's him doing his Doctor Who inspired version of Let It Go on BBC Radio. BBC Radio, they're just providing us all sorts of little things. He's currently on the West End doing the show Once. So you know, he's moving on. He's being successful. And then we got Amy, who's going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy, and she just did Oculus, so she's doing good. They're both doing good. See, angels, they didn't do anything to them. They just sent them back in time, but apparently they're still able to make movies and appear on Broadway, or West End. Not Broadway, but the British version of Broadway. You know, the one that doesn't dumb down things. So, also want to quickly again thank everybody for their greetings and thank yous and whatnot regarding my graduation walk. And any assistance with me with helping me figure out how to get into graduate school or where to apply or how to apply or what not there, I will be more than happy to take. Because, wow, that's a weird hill to climb uphill by myself. I don't even know what that meant. That's how weird it is. But thank you for all your support. Now we're just getting the cats fixed, and then the next step will be trying to figure out how to get the car fixed. Not the same type of fixed, because, you know, that would be really interesting if the car reproduced. I'm all for that. If another car comes and humps my car, and my car gets pregnant and gives birth to another car, I want to see that. Then we'll get it fixed, because, you know, we don't need to, like, try to figure out how to feed too many cars here. A quick shout out for Joshua Tree Feeding Program. They are a non-profit organization that helps people with HIV and AIDS get food. They have a sister program that helps people get food for their pets, so a person doesn't need to make a choice between feeding their pet and feeding themselves. You can find them at www.jtfp.org. Non-profit organization. They'll be happy with any assistance you'd be willing to give them, so please give them just go check them out. Also, thank you, Compete Magazine. Their website will be down below. I never can remember this website. I don't know why. I'm sorry. For some reason, it just does not click with it. Although, how many weeks did it take before I got Joshua Tree's website down? It took me quite a few. So, anyway, thank you to both of them for, I already said thank you to Joshua Tree. Thank you to Compete Magazine for their continued support. And also, I want to give a quick shout out to Patrick of Screamqueenz. Matter of fact, I will play a cute little promo that I made for him here. It's not his promo, it's my promo that I made for him, because this is part of what endeared me to him. He does a horror podcast that is endearing, it's funny, it's incredibly informative. He is much more... Well, let me play the promo.
Hello, my name's Patrick, and I'm a Scream Queen. I'm a Scream Queen, and so are you! Hello again, Screamers, and welcome back to another episode of Screamqueenz, the podcast where horror gets bent. Everywhere I go, I've complained about it before, but it's just confirming my previous suspicions. I cause vaginas to explode. I go all Kermit the Frog like that. It's a thing that I do. When you're in a bad situation, always look whose fault it is. It's probably just one bitch's fault. Oh, Edward, honey, I just want to say I love you very much. We all love you very, very much, but what the fuck was that? Faye Ray. Janet Lee. Adrian King. Heather Langenkamp. Amy Steele. That weatherman who saw the cockroach. Oh my God! Oh my God! Jamie Lee Curtis. Andy Come on. You know you wanna.
Okay, so that sounded crazy, because I think he is. I think he's a little crazy, but crazy in the most sweet and adorable way. Also, he's incredibly informative. He knows his horror stuff, so if you have an inkling for horror, check him out. If you just have an inkling for a humorous and sweet guy to listen to, check him out there too. He has a lot of fans that are not horror fans, and that's because he is just incredibly genuine and incredibly funny. So check him out. That is Screamqueenz with a Z. And now it is time for story time. Ha! Story time. This week's story is The Savage She-Hulk. Da-da-da! Issue number 15. Just 50 cents, yes. From 1981. And it is called Delusions. Although the cover has so much better title. Lady Kills the Blues. Ooh. I actually really like this cover. Although it's incredibly misleading for what's actually going on inside here. But the title is Delusions. Written by David Anthony Kraft, with art by Mike Vosberg and Frank Springer. Frank Springer does a lot of... He has kind of a romance comics art style that I hated when I was a kid, but as an adult I've grown to really appreciate that it's not... It's a different style, and he's actually quite good. He did Dazzler for years, and I hated that. And you can see his touches here. Marvel put out female comic book heroes for a little while, but they were trying to tap into the girl market, so they made sure to have them read a bit like romances. Yeah. This is She-Hulk, one of the last characters that Stan Lee had a hand in creating. He wrote issue number 1 of She-Hulk. She is Bruce Banner's cousin, who became She-Hulk because of an emergency blood transfusion. She has control of the transformation. Well, yes, she can change out of control when she gets angry or afraid or whatever gets her adrenaline running. At the same time, she can switch back and forth at will. Yeah. And she's not like, Hulk smash. No, she's all like... She-Hulk party now. She-Hulk enjoys it. She-Hulk talking about herself in the third person because she's aware of how that sounds, but actually could construct sentences in the first person if she really wanted to. That's She-Hulk. So, we see She-Hulk coming along, her and her boyfriend Zapper, don't know why. Her and her boyfriend Zapper are driving along the coast, going to the beach. She's 7 foot tall and green. Zapper is kind of attractive, but he also looks like a gay porn star from the mid-70s. Okay, he looks like he could have filled in for the Village People. He's even got that gay porn star mustache thing going on. All he needs is a leather harness. That's what I'm saying. So they arrive at the beach. They're going to go surfing. Zapper's going to swim out to the surf, but She-Hulk decides that she's going to swim him out there and push his boat. His boat? You don't surf on a boat. She's going to push his surfboard out there. So they're going out at about 60 miles per hour, which seems like it should be probably knots, but I think he says miles. And they surf into land, and they skip some stones, and Jen to her friends, She-Hulk if you're nasty, she skips a stone and ends up like breaking a buoy, it looks like. And then they settle down and like basically settle down on a blanket. No more skipping along on the beach for them. No, they're just going to settle on a blanket and reenact that scene from Here to Eternity, except for, if one of them was a 7 foot tall green woman and the other one was a guy who looks like he should be doing gay 70s porn. But other than that, they're reenacting that scene from Here to Eternity. We cut to another scene because this is filled with drama. There's all sorts of things going on here. We cut to someone we've never seen before. Some young ladies sitting on a corner with a cup out in front of her because she's homeless. She's begging for money. Some guy comes along, sees her crying, begging for money, and he says, "A Susan B. Anthony dollar for your thoughts, miss." And she's all like going, "Hey, why are you being all sarcastic with me?" And he's like going, "Oh, sorry, miss. Didn't mean to be sarcastic or sound that way. I was just trying to offer up a joke to make you smile today." His name is, where'd it go? Smilin' Simon Edwards. And he's the owner of the Opening Act, a nightclub down the way. Well, fancy that, because she has a story. Okay? She grew up as a poor child in the Watts, but she always wanted to sing. Her father didn't believe in her, and so that didn't help. She always felt rejected from him for that. And then she goes on and goes to school, and no one believes in her there, and she goes on to college, and the music instructors, they don't believe in her. She joins a band, but they're just jealous of her talents, and they keep on playing louder over top of her, even though she's supposed to be the lead singer, and people loved her singing. So eventually she ends up homeless on the streets, all because no one believes in her. Well, Smiling Simon, he's all willing to give her a chance. And he says, "I got a nightclub. Come on over. You can sing in my nightclub." She's so grateful she gives him a hug. And we cut back to the beach with She-Hulk and Zapper. Time has passed. Matter of fact, they're driving back from the beach. I wonder how much time has passed. I wonder how much of that scene from Here to Eternity they reenacted. I'm just saying. So now he's coming back, but he's coming home, but his parents are there. I don't know if they live there or not. I'm a little fuzzy on that. I don't know if he lives with his parents or what, or if they're just visiting him at his beach house. But his parents are there, and he doesn't want to freak them out with the 7-foot-tall green Amazon woman, so he asks her to change back. Now, She-Hulk does not like changing back to Jennifer Walters, because Jennifer Walters is just 5'2" or 5'4", and this little lawyer woman, very talented lawyer, but still this little lawyer woman who's not as strong and powerful as She-Hulk smashed. No, She-Hulk don't smash, but She-Hulk powerful. But for Zapper, she will change back, even though she resents having to change back. She really wants to stay She-Hulk, not Jennifer. Jennifer's weak. Puny Jennifer Walters, She-Hulk's powerful, rawr. It just sounds so much more fun to do that. But they go in and they meet up with Zapper's parents. Now, as She-Hulk, she wears basically just a torn up shirt that happens to cover all the important stuff. So I'm not even sure if it's ever clear whether or not she's got underwear underneath this thing. But his parents are like going, "Oh my God, those are rags," and Zapper's trying to go, "Oh no 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 no, that is the newest fashion from Malibu," and his mother's like going, "Let's get a robe to give this girl some decency." That's all I gotta say. So they leave the room, giving Jennifer a chance to hang out with Zapper's father, who happens to be a doctor, who's looking distraught, because he's being sued by one of his patients because he was trying to help her out, but she claims that he misdiagnosed her illness, and that's just bad. But please, Jennifer, you're a lawyer. Can you look into this? I really don't want to be sued for malpractice. Do you know what that does to my malpractice insurance? Whee! So she says, sure. Meanwhile, they find her a robe. Zapper drives her home. When they get home, Jennifer has a roommate, Rory Richards, or Richard Rory. I don't know, something with 2 R's in it. She met him. He now lives with her. Zapper's all jealous of him and saying how he's her other boyfriend, and she's all, "I'm not having any of that," because she's still Jennifer Walters. So, "I'm not having any of that." And she gets out of the car and comes inside, and Rory's just lazing around on the couch, and he's like going, oh, were you out with Zapper? And she's like going, why are you checking up on me? I'm going to go to my room. Slam the door. But next panel, apparently a couple hours later, she's all dressed in her finest, I don't know what this is. It looks like she's ready to go to a hoedown or something, but I think it's supposed to be her nightclub outfit. And she invites Richard or Rory or RR, we'll call him RR, to go with her to check out this nightclub so that she can, because she found out that the client that is suing Zapper's father is now working at a nightclub. So they go and check out the nightclub. It happens to be the opening act. The client happens to be this homeless girl, Dahlia. She has a name. I should have given you her name earlier, but it only seems important now to keep everything straight. So she goes and sees the opening act, except for she misses actually seeing the opening act. She arrives after Dahlia's already sang, and people are leaving. So now Smiling Simon's going, hey, Dahlia, why don't you cool it off for a little while? Maybe go relax. It's been your first night for a long time. Just let the band play this next set. She's all, you're just trying to get me to not sing anymore. I know what this is. You're just jealous of me getting all the attention because people were loving my singing. And she storms off, but Jen interrupts her. Have you noticed now that we're dealing mainly with Jen? Yeah, okay. This becomes a little significant, but she storms off. Jen stops her and goes, hey, can I buy you a drink? She buys the lady a drink, and then, of course, Dahlia starts giving her sob story about, I grew up in Watts. My father didn't believe in my singing. My school didn't believe in my singing. My band didn't believe in my singing. I ended up homeless. I now work here, but he doesn't believe in my singing. I don't know why you're listening to all this, though. You didn't come here to listen to my life story. At which time Jen points out, well, I kind of did come here to hear your story because I'm a lawyer that's representing the doctor that you're suing. What? You're plying me with alcohol and trying to get me to confess things that I didn't mean to confess without telling me who you are? Which does raise a very valid point. I am not sure that this is a good lawyer tactic on Jen's part, okay? I don't think you can do this. Okay? I'm just saying. So anyway, Dahlia gets upset, swipes everything off the cocktail table and storms out. You can have your cocktail. Ow! Oof. Out. Cut to another scene with Jen's father. Now, Jen's father is very disappointed because Jen is defending criminals, because I guess that's a bad thing. It probably relates to something from an earlier issue that, since we're jumping into issue 12, we don't know. But her father has a new wife, and the new wife is like going, no, you're a good man. Everything will be fine. Don't worry about Jen. And she'll come around. That's what'll happen. And she even encourages him to just go ahead, sell this house, and move on. Jen's an adult. She's a lawyer. She can take care of herself. And therefore, you don't have to be tied to her anymore. She apparently has some sort of plan going on. What is this plan? We don't know, because that's the only page we see both of them on. We just move on. Not to see them again for the rest of this issue. You're going to have to just check out some future issues if you want to know what's going on with them. Meanwhile, Jen goes back to Zapper's father's place, tells him what she found out, and she's like going, maybe she has something, because I did happen to notice that she had some insulin in her purse, which she says was her mother's. And he's like going, look, this lady's got problems, but I don't know. She's got problems. So Jen decides, let me go talk to some of the people that she's known. She talks to the band. She wasn't the lead singer of our band. She was just a backup singer and not that good. And she had a temper tantrum. And she's diabetic. She sucked down sugar all the time, making her have horrible, horrible mood swings. Really? She goes and talks to Dahlia's father. Dahlia's father's like going, oh my God, you run into her. Wow, I tried telling her she can't sing. I didn't want her to be all delusional, but her mother always supported her in this, saying, you can be whatever you want. It really hurt her when her mother died. And her mother died? that's probably poignant, or important, or something-yant. So she goes and talks to Dahlia and goes, hey, your father says your mother died. The band says you weren't the lead singer. I think you're living in your own little world and you need to face up to things. Because this is what lawyers do, is they suddenly confront people in their apartments and tell them to snap out of it. Get a hold of your life and take your medicine. Yeah. So Jen reports back to Zapper's father, the doctor, saying, hey, I think we got a case. She doesn't seem to have anything going for her. I think we can do this. And Zapper's father's like going, you know what? Just forget it. Make an out-of-court settlement offer. I'll pay it. And Jen's like going, no, you don't solve these sort of problems by throwing money at him. You got to actually make her face what her problems are. That's the only way she'll get better. Because, again, but he's like going, hey, you're my lawyer. I hired you. You do what I say. Offer her. So she goes back Jen goes back to her office and she's like going, man, I really wish I didn't have to make that offer, but he is the client. I guess I have to. She receives a message, though. A message from Dahlia. Dahlia's like going, oh my God, you are so right. I am just not strong like you are. So what I did is I took a whole bunch of, I just started drinking sweet wine. Sweet wine. Sweet wine. Drinking bunches and bunches of it. And by the time you get this message, I should be dead. I should be dead sometime around 6 o'clock tonight. Oh my God, she's going to be dead around 6 o'clock tonight. I better get over there. Jen quickly jumps out of her office. She gets a taxi. Traffic is horrible. Traffic is absolutely horrible. She's telling the taxi driver, speed up. We got to save a life here. And the taxi driver's like going, how do you expect me to speed up? Traffic. Come on, look around. We're not going anywhere. Oh my God, the stress makes her Hulk out, and suddenly we got She-Hulk. Finally, 4 pages from the end of the story, we have She-Hulk. She's going to do something. She's in action. She makes the taxi driver drive her someplace. So now we have She-Hulk in a taxi. But they come across a train. I'm sorry, there's just no way he's going to get across that train, is there? So she has to get out of the train. Get out of the taxi. She jumps over the train and jumps through town. She gets to Dahlia's apartment by 5. Oh my God, I made it by 5. I don't know why she didn't just run across town to begin with, because she seems to be making better time that way than what she did in a taxi. But that's another story. She crawls into Dahlia's window because, well, in the Marvel Universe, a lot of characters do that. They don't like knocking on doors. She finds Dahlia all knocked out and almost dead. Oh my God, she's almost dead. It's only 5. I better figure out what to do with her. Hey, Zapper one time said that if you rub a little bit of sugar on their mouth, that'll revive a diabetic. I don't know if that works. Anybody out there who's diabetic, let me know if that works, because that's interesting. And she does revive a little bit. Oh, but woohoo, what, huh? That gets She-Hulk all sorts of roaring up, and she's all, She-Hulk, carry you to hospital. So She-Hulk carries her to the hospital and says, you're going to take care of her right now. And the doctor's like going, oh my God, it's She-Hulk. She's a big monster. Help. And she's like going, no, you're going to help this lady right now. And the nurse comes. They wheel her off. They're going to take care of Dahlia. Dahlia's going to get better. Yeah, she's going to get the medicine that she needs. And security comes in and says, after security's been called on She-Hulk, and the security shows up, and he's like going, oh, I'm too late. She's smashed out the back way. Because that's what she did. She didn't go out a door. She just busted out of a wall. So she smashed out the back way. And by the time police arrive, I'll bet that menace will be long gone. And a nurse standing nearby, I'm not so sure she is a menace. And then we leave with She-Hulk having busted out of a wall and now running through an alley. One day soon, they'll learn that I'm not a murderous criminal. then, like Dahlia, I'll have my second chance. I'll be able to live out in the open, free of fear and that surrounds the savage She-Hulk. Dun dun dun. And that's where we end. We had actually just 3 pages of She-Hulk action at the end. Because She-Hulk going to the beach does not count as She-Hulk action. Okay? That's what we had. It was very interesting. All sorts of drama and interpersonal stuff. Not much action. That is story time for this week. Next week, well, I figure out what I'm going to do next week. I'm not going to give you any sort of ideas ahead of time. I'm just going to find something and prepare it for you. But I hope you enjoyed She-Hulk number 15. I think I said 12 earlier, but this is She-Hulk number 15 of the original run. Yay! Thank you all for your supports. Feel free to give me comments. Give us comments. We love comments. We will respond to comments eventually. Eventually. So, thank you. And we will catch you again in the next episode, which will be like Sunday or Monday. Something like that. Thank you very much. Bye.